holy shit. I mean, seriously, holy shit. I'm sitting here right now, and I swear to God, my skin is crawling.
It stays with you, doesn't it?
I feel like I have things like moving under my skin. I need to take a shower and pure bleach, scrub until I bleed, and I am genuinely questioning if I ever want to step foot outside my apartment ever again.
I get that.
We just finished watching The Glamping, that new 2025 release, directed by Alex Rivera, and let me tell you, that was absolutely fucked up.
It was incredibly effective. It really was. It lingers on you, like physically.
It does.
It's one of those films that lures you in with this very specific, very palatable aesthetic, this breezy, satirical look at influencer culture.
Exactly.
And then it just violently pivots into something completely grotesque. It's a bait and switch of the highest order.
Deceptive is the word. It tricks you. You think you're settling in for some light comedy about millennials failing at nature, you know?
Right.
Maybe a standard slasher flick where a guy in a mask jumps out of the bushes with a machete. I was ready for that.
I was too.
I was ready to laugh at some bad camping skills. But let's cut this isn't a movie about camping.
No, not at all.
This is a movie about people getting eaten from the inside out while their friends watch. It is visceral, it is nasty, and honestly,
What's that?
I loved every second of it, even though I wanted to vomit.
It really is a fascinating piece of work. Rivera, for a newcomer, he shows a remarkable amount of restraint in that first act, which just makes the payoff so much worse.
So much worse.
He understands that the scariest thing isn't the monster you see immediately, standing there in a suit. It's the violation of the body.
Yes.
The loss of autonomy, the idea that your own biology is turning against you.
Exactly. And look, before we even start tearing this thing apart, I have to say this right off the bat. If you are listening to this and you enjoy that sick, twisted feeling in your gut, if you love horror that pushes the envelope and makes you want to curl up in a ball, you need to stop what you are doing and subscribe to the Dread Den channel on YouTube right now.
Oh, for sure.
Seriously, do not wait. They cover this kind of content constantly, breaking down the most disturbing films out there. If The Glamping is your vibe, Dread Den is your home.
Absolutely.
Go subscribe because you're going to need a community to process this trauma with.
Essential viewing for the horror aficionado who wants to understand the mechanics of the scare.
Okay, so let's get into this. We are going to break this nightmare down minute by minute because there's just so much detail packed into this.
Yeah.
What was it, 98-minute runtime?
Yeah, about that.
We got to talk about the setup first. The movie opens with that drone shot, right? Golden hour, beautiful forest, indie pop music swelling in the background.
It looks like a high-end travel commercial.
It does, and that's the trap.
It is the trap. Rivera is establishing the aesthetic of the perfect getaway. He's tapping into that very specific 2025 desire to disconnect, but in a way that is still, photogenic.
Photogenic, exactly. And you have Jordan Hayes playing Mia, who is just the quintessential optimistic influencer.
Oh, Mia.
Oh, Mia. I want to shake her immediately. She's filming that TikTok in the car, ring light attached to the dashboard going, "Hey, besties, no Wi-Fi drama. We are unplugging."
So cringe.
She is so committed to the idea of the experience rather than the experience itself. Painful to watch because we all know people like this.
Which is the core theme of the first act.
Yeah.
Performative.
Totally performative.
Mia isn't there to connect with nature. She's there to consume nature as content. She's treating the forest like a set piece.
A backdrop for her brand.
And then you have the rest of the ensemble. Tyler Chen plays Kai, the boyfriend. Now, I found Kai interesting because he is basically the audience surrogate in the beginning.
See, I had mixed feelings about Kai at first. He's the only one with a brain, sure.
Yeah.
He's rolling his eyes, he's skeptical, he knows this luxury tent thing is nonsense. But he's also kind of a buzzkill, you know?
I disagree. I think Kai is the voice of reason that everyone ignores to their peril. When he complains about the lack of cell service, he's not just whining. He's pointing out a legitimate safety hazard. He represents our survival instinct, whereas Mia represents our social conditioning.
That's a fair point. He's detecting the danger while everyone else is putting a filter on it.
Exactly.
Then you have Vanessa Morales as Lena, the chaotic best friend.
Like the agent of chaos.
She's there for the booze. She's literally unpacking tequila before she unpacks her sleeping bag.
And the bad decisions. Lena is the catalyst for almost everything that goes wrong because she refuses to take the environment seriously.
Not at all.
She treats the woods like a nightclub.
So many bad decisions.
Oh.
And finally, Marcus Hale as Derek. Now let's talk about Derek. Because from minute one, this guy gave me the creeps.
It's the silence, isn't it?
It's the silence.
He's the newcomer, the guy Lena just sort of dragged along because she's hooking up with him.
Right.
He's sitting in the back of the SUV, just staring out the window. He's not engaging in the banter. Marcus Hale plays him with this unnerving stillness.
Totally. He's off. He's like a void in the social dynamic. And when they get to the campsite, that feeling just amplifies.
Yeah.
The site itself. Okay, on Instagram, it looks amazing. Fairy lights strung up everywhere, huge fire pit, these high-end safari tents with actual beds.
Right.
But in reality, when the camera actually settles, it felt hollow.
It felt manufactured.
Yeah.
It's nature packaged for consumption. It sits in that uncanny valley of locations. It's too perfect, which makes it feel dead.
Yes, that's it, dead.
And we have to mention the owner. That was Alex Rivera, the director, in a cameo.
Yeah, super creepy. He hands over the keys, mumbles something about wildlife, and then just vanishes into thin air.
Poof, gone.
Gone. He's like, here's your death trap. Have fun. He doesn't even give them a safety briefing.
He knows what's coming.
Yeah.
But the characters are too wrapped up in the luxury aspect to notice the red flags. And there are red flags immediately.
And the hot tub. Oh my God, the hot tub.
The murky hot tub.
Who gets in a dirty hot tub? You look at that water, it's cloudy, it's greenish. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't care how much champagne I've had, I am not stewing in bacteria soup. It looked like someone had dissolved a salad in it.
It's a testament to their suspension of disbelief, or rather their denial. This is the sunk cost fallacy in action.
How so?
They paid thousands of dollars for this luxury experience. To acknowledge that the hot tub is filthy is to acknowledge that they were scammed. So they force themselves to believe it's just mineral water or natural sediment.
That is profound and also incredibly stupid, but you're right.
Bah.
If I dropped $3,000 on a weekend, I'd probably try to convince myself the slime was an exfoliating treatment. But then we get the first subtle hint of the horror. Minute 5. The charcuterie board.
Yes. This is a masterclass in sound design.
So good.
They are unpacking, taking selfies, arranging the cheese and grapes. The camera lingers for just a second on a single fly landing on the brie.
Nobody notices it. It's just one fly. But the sound.
Exactly. Rivera mixes the buzz of that fly just slightly louder than the ambient noise. It cuts through the indie pop music.
It's irritating.
It is. It triggers a subconscious itch in the viewer.
It's so small.
Yeah.
But it's the beginning of the end. It's foreshadowing that nature isn't just scenery here. It's an active, hungry participant.
And that leads us into the first night. They're settled in. Mia's vlogging. Kai is grilling steaks. Derek is still being weirdly withdrawn.
So weird.
When they ask him about himself, he just says, I just needed to get away.
Classic vague horror movie dialogue. If someone says that, check their trunk for bodies.
For sure.
But then they play truth or dare. Lena, being the agent of chaos, dares Derek to skinny dip in that nasty hot tub.
And he does it. But this scene is pivotal not just for the awkward social tension, but for what we see when he gets out.
The social awkwardness was painful. He doesn't laugh, he doesn't make a joke, he just strips and gets in.
Nothing.
He's staring at them like he's studying a different species. But yeah, when he climbs out, the camera catches his back, there's a small red mark.
To the uninitiated, it looks like a bug bite.
Just a little bite.
To the seasoned horror fan, that is the mark of doom. That is the entry point. We know right then and there, that shit is about to go down.
It's the uh-oh moment. But the characters, they're drunk, they're laughing. Mia posts a story. Best night ever. Yeah. Meanwhile, there's a fly buzzing right near the camera lens.
The irony is so thick you could cut it with a knife.
It is.
And that buzzing sound design continues to ramp up. It's very subtle at first. Rivera mixes it low, so you almost think it's in your own room.
Yeah.
It builds this subconscious agitation.
It made me itch. Just watching it made me itch. Which brings us to the morning after. Minutes, 10 to 15? Everyone is hungover.
Of course.
Lena wakes up and she's scratching her arm.
She has a bump. Just a small bump. She dismisses it as a mosquito bite.
And this is where I start getting pissed off at horror movie characters.
Here we go.
No, really. If I wake up in the woods with a bump that is already growing and itching like crazy, I am not like, oh, pass the mimosa. I'm pissed off and I'm going to the hospital.
Well, there's the denial again. They are in paradise. They don't want to ruin the vibe.
The vibe.
Mia is filming her morning routine vlog, trying to project perfection. She's applying concealer, trying to mask any imperfections, while Lena is literally scratching her skin raw in the background.
It's that contrast.
It's a contrast between the curated image and the biological reality.
They go for that hike to the waterfall, and visually, the movie is stunning here.
They're gorgeous.
Drone shots, lush greenery. but you can feel the rot underneath. It's too humid. Everything looks a little too wet.
It's the juxtaposition of the beautiful landscape and the grotesque reality waiting for them back at camp when they return at minute 13.
The charcuterie board.
Oh, yeah.
They left it out, and it's covered. I mean, blanketed in hundreds of flies. You can't even see the wood anymore. It's a vibrating mass of black oil.
It's a revolting image. And Mia's reaction is just disgust, swagging them away, worried about the hygiene. But Derek's reaction is the key.
It is.
He looks at them with this weird fascination and says, they're just hungry.
Creepy. That is a red alert. They're just hungry.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Total bullshit.
Normal people would see a swarm of flies destroying their food and say, okay, pack the car, we are leaving. That is not normal fly behavior.
But they don't. They laugh it off. They convince themselves it's just part of camping.
Insane.
They normalize the abnormal because admitting that something is wrong means ending the trip.
Which is insane, but I guess if they left, we wouldn't have a movie. So we moved to the afternoon, minute 15, the hot tub scene.
This is where the tension breaks. Lena goes back into that murky water.
Why, Lena? Why?
She's trying to relax. She's hungover. She's itchy. She thinks the hot water will soothe the bite. She strips down, jumps in. But then something brushes her leg.
The something touched my foot fear is primal.
It is.
They think it's a leaf. They laugh. But she gets out, and that little mosquito bite bump.
Not a bump anymore.
It's not a bump anymore. It's a pustule.
It has evolved rapidly. It's throbbing. You can see the inflammation spreading.
You can.
Mia notices it immediately because it ruins the aesthetic, but also out of genuine concern. She insists on checking it.
And this is where Derek starts acting really suspect. He disappears for a bit, comes back with this weird, serene smile on his face.
So creepy.
He tells them he talked to the trees.
Kai finally confronts him here. You're freaking us out, man. The dynamic shifts from awkwardness to actual danger.
Yes, finally.
Kai realizes this guy isn't just weird, he's unstable. There's a palpable shift in the air pressure of the group.
But it's too late. Night falls, minute 20. They are around the fire. Lena is looking pale, sweaty, she's shivering, and then the burst.
The burst.
The pustule on her arm just explodes, but it's not pus.
No.
It's tiny black eggs. They spill out onto her skin like caviar.
It's horrific. It triggers trypophobia instantly.
Yeah.
And Mia's reaction is pure satire.
Oh my God, her reaction.
She pulls out her phone, she films it.
That moment, it's so fucked up. Your friend is bleeding weird black eggs, and your instinct is to record it for content.
It's a scathing critique of that Gen Z Pixar didn't happen mentality. But it's also tragedy. She's watching her friend fall apart and putting a screen between them to distance herself.
It's a defense mechanism.
It is. If she views it through the lens, it's just content. It's not real. It's a movie. But then Derek whispers the line that seals their fate.
What was it?
They're hatching.
Chills. Just chills. And that is where the movie goes full nightmare mode. We are entering segment 3, the infestation, minutes 20 to 30.
This is where the genre shifts. We leave the psychological thriller territory and enter hard body horror.
Hard body horror.
The eggs on Lena's skin start to hatch into larvae immediately.
I gagged. I literally gagged. She's clawing at them, trying to get them off. Kai is trying to help, swiping at them with a towel, but they are burrowing. They're going back in.
And Mia's trying to call 911. No signal, obviously.
Of course not.
And then we get the Cronenberg-level gore. Minute 23. Lena starts convulsing.
Don't remind.
Flies erupt from her mouth.
That was absolutely fucked up. Just a torrent of insects pouring out of a human being. It is the most violating thing I've seen in a long time.
It's not just one or two. It's a stream. It implies she was hollowed out long before the burst.
Oh, she was.
It's the internal becoming external. It's the ultimate loss of self. And amidst this chaos, Derek is calm.
He's just watching.
He reveals the truth.
Yeah. Derek drops the bomb. He's not just a weirdo. He's a carrier. He tells them about the mother.
The queen fly. Derek reveals he was patient 0 from the previous year. He survived the infection, but he didn't just survive. He became a host, a vessel.
A walking bug nest.
He explains that the mother needs fresh biomass to expand the hive.
His motivation is so twisted. He thinks he's sharing a gift.
He really does.
He thinks this is some holy communion with nature. He's lecturing them while their friend is literally being consumed by bugs.
To him, it is a spiritual experience. He believes he is expanding the ecosystem.
Yeah.
He brought them there specifically to feed the flies.
To feed?
To propagate the species. He sees humanity as just another fuel source for the swarm.
Which is just evil. But also scary because he believes he's doing good. He locked them in the main tent.
Yep.
He zipped up the canvas and tied it down from the outside. He trapped them with the bugs.
It's a betrayal of the social contract.
Yeah.
You go camping with friends, you trust them. Derek exploits that trust to turn them into incubators.
And before we get into the absolute chaos of the escape, I have to take a second here.
Okay.
Because if you are visualizing the scene, the flies, the panic, the betrayal, and you're thinking, I need to see exactly how this looks, or you want to see the breakdown of the practical effects used to create that mouth scene, you need to go to the Dread Den channel on YouTube. They do these incredible visual breakdowns of scenes just like this.
They're so good.
If you want to see the gore without risking the infection, Dread Den is the place. Do it before the flies get you.
Seriously, their analysis of practical effects versus CGI in that specific sequence is fascinating. Go check it out.
Okay, back to the nightmare. Derek has locked them in. Kai is fighting him through the tent wall, cutting it open with a steak knife.
It's a brutal brawl.
Inside a luxury tent while flies are swarming everywhere.
And this leads to the tragedy of the second act. Kai gets bitten.
On the neck. Right on the neck.
The vascularity of the neck means the infection spreads faster. It goes straight to the bloodstream.
This is so quick.
The swelling happens almost instantly. Kai knows. In that moment, he looks at Mia, and he knows he is done.
The movie stops being funny here. There is no more satire. It is just bleak.
It is.
The transition from, haha, influencers are dumb, to, oh my god, these people are suffering, is sharp. You actually feel for Kai. He was right all along, and his reward is a death sentence.
That's the shit just got real moment. The stakes are no longer about getting a good signal or making a TikTok. They are about keeping your biological integrity.
So Mia drags Kai to the SUV, this escape sequence. My heart was pounding.
Mine too.
She's driving blind through the forest. The windshield is covered in flies. She's crashing into trees.
It's chaotic and disorienting. It mirrors her internal state. Her world is crashing down. The safe bubble of the SUV is compromised.
They're everywhere.
The flies are hitting the glass with such force it sounds like hail. They reach the ranger station, but it's abandoned.
Of course it is. It's always abandoned. Mia barricades them inside. But Kai is in bad shape.
Awful shape.
The larvae are moving under his skin. You can see the ripples. It looks like water moving under a sheet.
And this leads to arguably the most powerful scene in the film, the mercy kill.
Ugh. Minute 35. Kai begs her. He grabs her hands. His voice is garbled because his throat is swelling shut.
He can barely speak.
He looks her in the eye and begs her to kill him before he turns into whatever Lena turned into. A bug incubator.
And Mia has to make a choice. She has the flare gun they found in the station.
God, a flare gun. That is not a clean way to go.
No.
That is a brutal weapon.
It's messy, it's violent, and it's desperate. It signifies that there is no clean escape.
Jordan Hayes, the actress playing Mia, deserves an award for this scene alone.
She's incredible.
She goes from this bubbly, superficial girl to a traumatized survivor holding a flare gun to her boyfriend's head. The sobbing, the shaking, it felt so real. She's dry heaving.
That strips away all the artifice. Influencer culture is about curation and filters. This moment is raw, unfiltered death.
Yes.
There was no filter that can make this look good.
She pulls the trigger.
And she is alone.
Shit just got real. I mean, really real. The flare illuminates the room in this harsh red light. She's alone in the woods, covered in her boyfriend's blood, with a swarm of man-eating flies hunting her.
This sets up the third act. The final girl versus the bug man.
Mia runs through the woods and finds Derek's hideout cabin. And we really need to talk about this cabin because the movie spent a good chunk of time here and the lore is actually insane.
It is. The production design of the cabin is horrifying.
Horrifying.
The walls are covered in, well, it looks like wallpaper, but when she gets close, you realize it's thousands of shed fly wings glued together.
It smelled through the screen, and she finds the journals. This wasn't just a random attack.
No. Derek has been doing this for years. He has entries dating back to 2021. He details the feeding cycles. He calls the swarm the collective.
Right, the collective.
His philosophy is essentially a twisted form of transhumanism. He believes that human individuality is a sickness, a lonely disease.
Yeah, he writes stuff like, to be one is to be lonely, to be many is to be God. Fuck that noise.
Right.
That is cult leader logic. You're not becoming one with nature. You're a serial killer with a bug fetish. I have zero sympathy for his philosophy.
Run.
He's just a murderer who found a convenient excuse.
But from a character standpoint, it makes him formidable.
Right.
He doesn't fear death because he sees himself as part of the swarm.
That's true.
If he dies, his body just becomes food for the children.
Yeah.
He literally cannot lose in his own mind.
Then the showdown happens. Derek appears at the cabin door, and he is transformed.
The practical effects here are outstanding. He's half fly. He has these grotesque prosthetics.
That's gross.
His jaw has unhinged, and mandibles are starting to form out of his cheeks. His skin is shifting, hardening into a carapace in places.
It's disgusting. It's slimy. Mia uses bug spray and a lighter classic improv flamethrower.
Of course.
She burns his arm, and flies erupt from the wound.
It confirms that he is more bug than man now. He doesn't bleed red anymore. He bleeds black fluid.
There's this moment where he pins her down and forces a fly into her mouth. I almost turned the TV off. That was too much.
It's the forced infection, the violation. But she bites his hand. She fights back with a ferocity we didn't know she had.
She does.
She escapes and runs back to the camp.
The final trap. She realizes she can't outrun them, so she has to kill them. She turns the glamping site into a kill box.
Yes.
She uses the propane tanks. She rigs the fairy lights to be exposed and electrified. I loved this. It was like Home Alone, but for psychopaths.
It's a reclaiming of the space.
Yeah.
She takes the tools of the luxury experience, the lights, the gas, the amenities that were used to lure them in, and weaponizes them against the monster.
Derek comes back looking like a monster, dragging his leg. Mia lures him to the hot tub.
The source of the infection. The
Yeah.
symbolic center of the rot.
Exactly. She stands on the edge. Derek lunges. She sidesteps, which was badass, and kicks him in.
Perfect.
He splashes into that nasty green water. Then she throws the exposed fairy light wires in, ZAP.
The electricity conducts through the water. It fries him. But it also ignites the gas she leaked.
And then the fire. She douses everything in gasoline. She lights a match.
The camp burns down. And it's such a satisfying burn-it-all-down moment.
So satisfying.
Watching those luxury tents, the charcuterie boards, the fake happiness just go up in flames. It felt right.
It's cathartic. She destroys the facade. She burns the lies.
Minute 44 to the end. Mia runs away as the propane tanks explode behind her. She stumbles onto the main road, but she scratches her neck.
The seed of doubt. She thinks it's just soot or ash.
And now we get to the ending. The twist. Segment 6.
Ugh, the ending.
Mia is driving away in the SUV she recovered. She's bandaged up.
Yeah.
She's traumatized. She pulls out her phone reflexively and vlogs. She says, "It's over. I survived."
But in the rearview mirror,
A single fly lands on her shoulder.
she doesn't see it. But we do.
And the camera zooms in on the fly and then zooms in on a tiny red bump on her neck, just above the bandage.
She is infected. It's not over.
It's never over. She is carrying the hive back to civilization.
It made me want to scream after all that fighting.
And the post-credits scene twists the knife even further.
It does.
We cut to 6 months later. We see the glamping site. It's rebuilt. It looks perfect again. New tents, new lights.
A new group of idiots arrives. They look exactly like Mia and her friends. And who welcomes them?
The owner, the director cameo guy.
He's still there. He's smiling. The cycle continues.
It's incredibly bleak. Modern horror often refuses to give us a happy ending. It punishes the survivor.
It does.
It creates a sense of hopelessness that the system, or in this case, nature always wins. The machine keeps eating people.
It's devastating. You root for her for 90 minutes, and then boom, she's fly food.
So what's the verdict?
Look, the general consensus is an 8 out of 10, and
I agree. I'd say that's fair. It's a strong entry in the eco-horror canon.
the strengths. It's a razor-sharp satire of luxury escapes.
Oh.
We've all seen those Instagram posts and thought, that looks fake.
Right.
This movie proves it. The practical effects were top-tier gross, but top-tier.
Incredible effects.
Jordan Hayes was incredible. She carried the emotional weight of the film.
The weaknesses. Some of the dialogue early on was a little on the nose.
A little bit.
The no Wi-Fi complaints felt a bit 2022. And the twist with Derek being the villain was a bit predictable.
Yeah, you saw it coming.
We all knew the quiet weirdo was going to be the bad guy.
True. It's always the quiet ones.
Oh.
But is it better than Cabin in the Woods?
Ooh, that's a high bar. Cabin in the Woods deconstructs the entire genre. The glamping is more focused on deconstructing a specific lifestyle and the influencer economy.
I'd argue that maybe it's not better as a film, but it is definitely more fucked up regarding the body horror.
I can get behind that.
Cabin was fun. This was nasty. This made me feel physically ill.
I can agree with that. The visceral impact of the glamping
Mm.
is harder to shake. It gets under your skin literally and metaphorically.
Which brings me to my final thought. I am never going camping again. A reasonable reaction.
No, seriously. Fuck that nature shit. I am staying in a hotel. I want concrete walls. I want Wi-Fi. I want sterilized sheets that smell like industrial bleach.
You get it?
If I see a bug, I'm calling the front desk and demanding a refund. I'm not becoming one with nature. Nature wants to eat you. That is the lesson here.
It definitely makes you question the appeal of the rustic aesthetic. Why do we pay a premium to pretend to be vulnerable?
Why?
Why do we think we can tame the wild just by putting a rug on the dirt?
Exactly. It's insane. So, listener, question your next vacation spot. Maybe just go to Vegas. There are no flies in Vegas, just regret and slot machines. I wouldn't count on that. I'm sure there are flies in Vegas, too.
Don't ruin this for me. Before we get out of here, I have to tell you one last time, if you want to dive deeper into this madness, seriously, go smash that subscribe button on the Dread Den channel on YouTube.
You have to.
Support the horror community. They are doing the Lord's work over there, breaking down these nightmares so you don't have to watch them alone. Go sub to Dread Den.
Absolutely. Go check them out.
All right, that's it for us. Stay safe, check your skin for bumps, and if you see a fly on your charcuterie board, run.
One fast.
Catch you later.